But how did you decide when the kids could watch this film or that project? How did you decide when it was time to introduce a particular project to them?
When I was early enough to catch them cussing upstairs, they was young enough to see Friday.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Cube, good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Pretty good, man. What's up with you?
Dude, I always love talking with you, man. So thank you for taking the time.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into this. So not only were the Turtles a massive part of my life growing up, but so was the soundtrack. The don't hate, but that Vanilla Ice song, Ninja Rap from the Secret of the Ooze soundtrack, was played on a loop in my room. So I'm going to ask you the question that all of America wants to know: why wasn't Ice Cube a part of the Ninja Turtles soundtracks in the '90s?
Oh, I have no idea. I was a big fan of the franchise. Would have loved to be a part of it. I don't know. I'm not complaining because here I am. You know what I mean? I'd rather be here now than to be a memory back then. So, I'm here now, and I'm playing Superfly. Still no songs from Ice Cube on the sound. Well, one or two, but at the end of the day, it's cool to be a part of it now.
I'm glad you are, man. I got to be honest, when I was a kid, some of the biggest arguments my friends and I would have is who gets to be which Ninja Turtle. Like, we were all best friends, but those were some of the most stupid, silly, inconsequential, but also big, important fights that we would have. When you guys were kids, what were the silly pop culture things that you and your friends would argue about when you were kids?
I mean, who's playing Batman, who's playing Robin?
No one wants to be Robin, man.
That's the biggest one right there. That'll get you worked. Who's the cowboy, who's the Indian? You know what I mean? Who's the robber? Who's the cops? Who's the robbers? Most of my guys wanted to be robbers, so it was a little reverse. But at the end of the day, those were the arguments.
For sure. I can't imagine Ice Cube ever being Robin. Ice Cube is no one's Robin.
I'm no one's Robin.
If you don't mind, I would love shifting gears for a second because I'm a big fan of yours. And in just a few weeks is the 35th anniversary of Straight Outta Compton, which is one of the most important albums of all time. Over the course of 35 years, I'd love to know your thoughts on how you've seen that album affect and continue to affect not just rap, but the music industry as a whole.
Well, it was an explosion. We thought we were going to be just underground. We never, dreamed that the mainstream would even, look this record way. And, as soon as it came out and we were banned from MTV, and boom, the record exploded. And I think it's changed the world in a lot of ways. Definitely changed music. I think it definitely made people more aware of things in the hood and things, like stuff the police were doing. They're questioned now way more than before. So I think the record had an impact. We're called the world's most dangerous group for a reason, and we changed the trajectory of music.
Absolutely. I'm going to cut you loose on this because it is incredible to think about the wide range of things you've done in your career, from Turtles to the albums to Boys in the Hood, Friday, Ride Along. You've done so much work whose target audience is sometimes a little bit younger and sometimes obviously much older. So I'm sort of curious for your kids, as the kids were growing up, I know they're a little older now, but how did you decide when the kids could watch this film or that project? How did you decide when it was time to introduce a particular project to them?
Just, kind of looking at them and seeing how mature they were developing, and, when they were ready for certain things, I would show them, and I would want to be the one to play it for them or show them, because there I can explain, there I can really show them, this is a character in a movie, and, I'm not the kind that hide things from my kids, so. When I was early enough to catch them cussing upstairs, they was young enough to see Friday. You know what I mean? If I caught you upstairs cussing at your friends, then you could see Friday, because you already know all the words. Don't pretend like you don't.
I think Friday was the reason I was upstairs cussing at my friends, to be honest with you.
You know, it could have been the other way around, but you know, when I catch them doing that, then I know they ready.
Fair enough. Hey, Q, Matt, seriously, thank you for continuing to have me on your list, man. You know I always love talking with you.
All right, man, take it easy.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.